Banana phone. Do 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 do. Banana phone. I've got a feeling it's so appealing. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Hey there, ladies and
Where?
gentlemen, boys, girls, and children of all ages. If you did not know, you found the same bad place, same bad channel. This is the Brothers in Arms podcast here on twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms. It's episode number 164. Shout outs to my Night Riders because that is actually the squadron I'm with right now. It is the 7th of July in the year of our Lord, 2024. Joining me are my brothers from the same mother, Patrick and Alex. Gentlemen, hello, good evening, and salutations.
Salutations.
Mm.
Salutation.
Or
Oh.
as my submarine friends say, greetings!
While looking up.
Yes.
Why do they look up?
Well, they're under
Because
the
they're
water.
underwater. Come
Perfect.
on.
Okay.
I
That
got that one. Yeah, you gotta look. You're a submariner. You gotta look
works.
up.
No,
Mm.
it's a submariner because you can't ride a
Oh,
submarine.
submariner.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord have
You
mercy.
can't ride a submarine, but you can eat it.
you can.
You can eat a submarine.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Sounds tasty.
Oh.
So I'm playing with my camera this evening. As you guys can tell, I've got a fancy background.
Fancy.
My hands are like disappearing and stuff if I move them too fast.
Yeah. Oh.
If I
He's
move
glitching out. It's the Matrix all over
it's
again.
the Matrix. I'm in a hacker's dorm apparently,
Mm.
but I'm actually just in my room.
Yeah.
You're in a hacker's dorm.
Mm-hmm. That's what this is
domain.
behind me. Domain,
Got it.
hacker's domain, yeah.
Got it.
Because apparently a hacker has a million screens. That's what they do.
Right. Exactly. They don't just use one; they have to use all of them.
You know, I'd love to have one like that was like the Matrix, like
Think so?
running down the back. Yeah, that'd be cool.
No, thank you. That movie still freaks me out.
Oh, did you see the new one?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, Resurrection, Matrix
Yeah.
Revolution, Resurrection, something.
Resurrection.
Yeah, I saw it on a flight, one of my international flights. And yeah, they could have left it. They could have left it right where they left it, but they didn't.
The only thing I like, the only thing I dig, Neil Patrick Harris was awesome.
He was interesting.
I enjoy him as an actor. I thought he was cool, but I enjoyed that, and I loved, like, after watching Revolutions, seeing that the new film with the modern CGI, like what they've been able to do with CGI. I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's about all I enjoyed about that entire film. Everything else,
that's all I
it
have
was
to
just
say
like,
about that.
everything else, it was like, really, y'all? Like,
Yeah.
Miss Wachowski,
Yeah.
what were you thinking?
No. He needed more money.
No.
Yeah.
Go,
That's the way to do it.
Go start a new franchise. Like,
I mean, the one dude with Airbender, Avatar. Wrong
last
Airbender. Not that one. No, Avatar.
Yeah.
The sequel was garbage.
Yeah.
It was garbage.
The Way of
Compared
Water?
to the original, it was garbage. Yes.
Mm.
But again, opinion. That's just Patrick opinion. So welcome. Welcome.
So dads do count. Hey, Dad. Same
Dads
mother
do
and
count?
father. Yes. Oh, yeah. Same mother and father, Dad.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's Greg's fault. Blame Greg.
Yep. Greg did it.
Yep. Blame me.
Yep.
I'm the middle child. Don't I always get in trouble?
Yes.
Drop 'em like a thought.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's always my fault. Gentlemen, what is going on? Yeah, that too, Dad.
I'm taking notes.
I have been. These notes are going to be hilarious. I can already feel it.
I can't wait.
Yep.
I can't wait.
So for those that aren't in the know, usually the notes for the shows that if anyone goes and actually reads them, are written by Patrick.
Yep.
And he's usually scribbling them down as we go.
Mhm.
And he is not at home right now, as you can see.
Currently.
And so Alex has been voluntold to take the notes. So he is taking the notes this evening.
I got
And
the.
yes,
I
that
just
is
said I can't, and he said I will.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was voluntold.
I got the fastest
I just-
fingers.
I
you do have,
suggested.
It's the little twitchy things that I have to do.
Twitch.
Well, yeah, they don't call electricians twitchies for nothing.
Ooh.
I thought that's
Really?
because you got zapped all the time.
Well, I mean, yeah, but we can't talk about that. That's a safety incident.
How many times do you second guess everything? Like all the time?
All the time.
All the time. Okay.
It's,
So like
is-
you're
is-
double and triple checking things. Like you're redundant.
Yeah, oh, I wouldn't use the word redundant.
You know what? You're not redundant.
I am not redundant.
Oh.
that would imply he is somehow replaceable.
Oh, that's not what I mean.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
That's not what I mean at all. I am so sorry, Alex. That is not what I meant. Please forgive me.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh, I feel like garbage now.
Oh no, you're fine. No, so a lot of the stuff that I do deals with like really high voltage, right?
Right.
Except for here, submarines are like lower, which is kind of interesting.
Interesting.
Uh,
Yeah.
Some of them are. Okay. I can't really divulge
Okay.
too much about that,
No,
but
absolutely. Keep going. You're fine. Roll.
so there's certain things where if you're wrong on the boats that I'm used to working on, it doesn't really matter at that point. Yeah,
Somebody did.
essentially,
That's
yeah,
a great way to put it.
yeah. So
Oh.
we had this conversation earlier this week, right? So there's quite a few different things that Navy vets, especially Navy nukes, suffer from, and one of those things really is PTSD, right? And I don't mean to bring everything down because it's just one of those things that happens, but PTSD it is a real thing. I will tell you right now, you can tell me, hey, yeah, man, go ahead and go get dressed out and go check that thing that's over 5,000 volts or 13.8 thousand volts dead. I'll be like, yeah, sure, that's fine. I'll get dressed out, I'll walk into the safety area, and I'll start doing my little checks. Everything's good. But then you come and find me and say, hey, man, get up now, you're going to be late for work, and the panic just sets in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
That's real.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting the different things that causes anxiety in us. Seriously, like that's something that I think we at the three need to explore.
True.
And maybe not right now, because right now your anxiety would be caused by different things, work related or being far from home or insert here, whatever it might be. But I'd be interested to see, with the three of us, the different things and the same things that will spark anxiety in us. That interests me. It does. So maybe we
Yeah.
can talk about it later.
We might
Yeah.
have to save that for 500.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna have time for 500. 500 is gonna be like part two. Part two.
It's gonna end up being a
And
2-hour special.
Yeah. Only available on Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
We don't have one yet,
All
but
right.
it's coming.
Nope, it's covered.
We'll make one eventually.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's literally just gonna be pictures of me in a bunny costume. And then episode
Perfect.
500.
That's right. Oh. So tell me, boys. Greg, you've already asked the question, so I'm going to reinforce it. What you up to? What you doing these days? What happened this week?
So I was pulling up. I'm trying to find it right now because I want to talk about it.
Okay.
So, couple things. First one, awesome one. Gentlemen, I had my first day off out here.
Yeah.
Well, technically not a day off. I had a half day. I got off early and was able to enjoy a half day. And wow, I did not realize, like, so, you know, you talk about being stressed. I didn't realize. So my coworker, um, for lack of better words, essentially kicked me out, and
Mm.
not a bad way. It was simply like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, go 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 take the night off. Go go relax.
Mm-hmm.
Go
Nice.
do something.
Nice.
And so I did. I went to our our local watering hole here on base, and was able to, you know, take a break and take a bit of a load off, and it was awesome. So I got my first day off this week, and I enjoyed it immensely. And I again, so talking about it, you know, again, I didn't realize, like I said, I had a level of stress built up that I didn't even
Mm.
realize I was carrying with me.
Yeah.
And when I finally just got a chance to put on civilian attire and go over and, you know, have a few drinks and just relax and hang out with some of my coworkers that were off for the evening, um, as well, it just kind of reminded me, like, oh yeah, this is this is what a break feels like, and I
Mm.
can actually, you know, breathe. I'm
Function
not working 12 hours
normally.
every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so no, so that was really awesome, and I learned a funny thing. So being here on base, so base has a 2 drink limit.
As it should.
Yes, and I found out that when you go up to order your drinks, if you make eye contact with the person who's giving you your drinks, and you place a few dollars in their tip jar, yeah, they don't mark your card. So,
Game in the
All
so
system.
the
right.
trick, so how to game the system, I learned very quickly because everyone else does it. You just make your eye contact, and again, it's not like you know, if you came up to there visibly intoxicated,
Sure.
they're gonna cut you off.
Yeah.
Like that's normal. But they're
We're still
also,
watching out for it.
yeah, but they're also like, they're not going to limit you to just 2 drinks if you're like, you can walk up and get one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
I think I had 4 total, and it was it hit me a lot harder than I thought because
Yeah.
obviously I up
You
until
haven't
this
had it.
point I haven't had a drink in a month and a half.
We call that
So
sober living.
yeah, it was interesting, but it was nice. I definitely slept like the dead that night and woke up
Oh,
feeling
good.
a lot better. Just that level of that stress went down several notches, which was really nice. So I did that. Um,
That's beautiful, man.
it was a lot of fun. You
Mm-hmm.
know, again, wasn't much. It was literally I got an extra 6 hours off of work, but wow,
Just gonna hide that from the sober living guy.
Right.
just 4, Dad. I literally had 4, and that was it. But it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But but no. So the other thing that was interesting. So while we're out here, we've got our Marines are conducting what's known as a corporal's course. So it's a class. It's usually about 4 weeks long, where our it's a requirement for promotion from corporal to sergeant, and they put out a request. The Marine that's running the program for our unit was like, hey, I need staff NCOs to teach classes. And so I looked at the roster when she put it out of what classes, and one of the classes was mess night. And I said, I want to teach that. I love mess night. It's one of my favorite things. So what was that? I have to look at my calendar. I want to say Tuesday or Wednesday. I gotta look at my calendar.
He's got to look at the calendar, folks.
No, sorry, Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, I gave a class on the intro to. What's up?
Uh-oh.
You gone choppy on us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You were stuck like this for a bit. And then you went to this.
Now you're stuck in a really funny smile. Oh, there we go. Wish I took a picture of that one. But no, so I gave a class. Give his internet a minute to catch up.
Yep. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Oh yes,
I can see him.
Yeah, no, your camera is solid now. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
I think we're
he's
back.
moving.
Are we back?
I'm
Give
here.
us a test. All right. The
Test.
voice comes.
So, Greg, essentially, you're giving training to these guys about leaving the E4 mafia.
Yeah, but this class is fun because it's so there are two ceremonies in the Marine Corps that, if done right, I think are essential. Like, every Marine should have an opportunity to have a good one of each, and the first one being a Marine Corps birthday.
I've had one of those.
Yeah, there's nothing like a good Marine Corps birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is having a mess night, and I love mess night. So the best way to describe it, it's usually a formal dinner. You get dressed up in your uniform, like in your dress uniform, if you can. In this case, we're deployed, so we're going to be in cammies. But normally, you get dressed up in your uniform, and you have this formal dinner. And there's a lot of do's and don'ts in things you can do, things you should do, things you shouldn't do in mess night, and it's all under one order. It's Marine Corps Order 5060 TAC 20, and so I taught the class, and part of what makes mess night fun is the tradition of fining. So you, at some point during the dinner, usually right after dinner, you get your port and your cigar. And that's when the president of the mess will open the floor for fining. And you, as a Marine, can get permission to address the mess. And there's a whole process to that. And you get permission, and then you get to charge your fellow Marines for infractions, whether it's something they did prior to mess night or something they did during mess night. And then they receive a fine. And part of that is I had to teach them, like, okay, here's all the things that you're technically not supposed to do in mess night. And I printed out the appendix from the order, and I read this stuff out. And gentlemen, if you've never, I know neither of you have seen this, Patrick, it reads like something out of the King James Bible.
It does.
Yeah. These thousand don't.
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
It reads like something. It reads straight out of the King James Bible, and I'll read just a few of them. So these are some of the rules of the mess. Time-honored rules of the mess. These can be modified or expanding depending on local customs. Thou shalt be punctual. Heavy fines will be levied on all late arrivals. Thou
Told you.
shalt not wear ill-fitting, ill-prepared, or discolored uniform. Thou shalt not wear clip-on ties.
Hmm.
Thou shalt not murder the Queen's English. Thou shalt not pick thy nose, ears, or buttocks. Thou shalt not haggle over thy date of rank. Thy elbows will remain on the table. Thou shalt not bottoms up glasses for every toast, only for the final toast to the core. And then one of the rules at the bottom, and I had to read this one because it makes me laugh.
It makes them giggle.
Thou shalt not have a copy of these violations in the mess.
You better know them.
You have
or
to
you're
know
gonna
them.
get called on them.
Yeah.
Know
Yeah.
them. Don't have a copy of them in the mess, because if you do, you're
Yeah.
going to get in trouble.
See, this is one of the reasons why I like the Navy better, right? Because they're not supposed to, quote, bottoms up their glasses. But literally, in our fight song, it says, drink to the foam.
Mm.
I think they're better than me. Little snooty tooty, fingers in the air type situation.
It's funny too. It's funny too. You say that though, because we adopted the mess night from the Navy.
We did, in fact. And I'm going to pick
Perfect.
my butt every night that I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that at a mess site. You'll get in trouble.
Oh man.
But
Too funny.
no, so the big thing I stress to them is mess night's what you make of it. And what's cool
Right.
about mess night is to make mess night fun, you need to be willing to be creative. The rules are there as a guideline to give you a starting point.
Well, the rules aren't
And then
there. You're not allowed to
everything-
have them.
That's right.
The
Man.
rules are there as a guideline to start, but everything past that is you kind of make it up as you go. And like, there's rules about, like, you're not supposed to bring outside food or drink. You're not supposed to bring your own tobacco. So naturally, if you have the ability to have pizza delivered to mess night, you need to have at least one pizza delivered to mess night to someone. 'Cause that's outside food. You get them in trouble. So yeah, no, it's you're not supposed to have improper uniforms. Like I would flip guys' ribbons upside down. Change their hemoglobin anchors on their uniform, flip them from one side to the other so their uniform is backwards. The one mess night I attended, one of the Marines didn't have his correct blues pants, so he just ran into the exchange and bought a pair. Well, our blue trousers, when you buy them,
They have to be
they
hemmed.
don't have. Well, they also don't have a blood stripe on them. The blood stripe has to be sewn on. Well, they do sell blue trousers with the blood stripe already sewn on. But the problem is, those blue trousers are for a different uniform. So he was wearing the wrong uniform at mess night, and of course we caught him, and he was punished accordingly. So it's honestly it's so much fun. It's if it's done right, it's an absolute blast. It's one of those ceremonies that I think every Marine should have an opportunity to have a really good mess night at least once in their career, because it's something that you're gonna tell stories about for the rest of your life, and you're gonna have fun with it, and you're never gonna forget it. So I wanted to really impress on them, like, how important this ceremony is, but also how much fun it is, and how you make it fun. So planted the idea in their head. They're gonna have their own mess night later in their training cycle here in about a week. So it's gonna be a riot.
That's awesome.
So did that, and then the other big thing, I ordered a new watch.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a,
Pinkies up.
I ordered a Garmin.
Hmm.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Yeah,
Running?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Got a Garmin. Got a Garmin for running.
I don't run.
Alex.
There it is.
So that's on its way. It'll get here in a couple weeks. But yeah. Yeah, Dad, you are correct. But Dad said it's a kangaroo court, and it honestly it is. It's very much a kangaroo. So if you're familiar with what that is, it's exactly what it sounds like.
It's a sham.
you get charged. Oh man, you get charged for so many ridiculous things. And it's funny too because you got to be careful because yeah, you can. One of the so we've got the class has actually 2 soldiers and 2 airmen going through it as well
Boo.
because the course we opened the course to the other branches if they want to send them to it because honestly it's a great experience for any of them.
Mm-hmm.
And actually I think it was one of the airmen asked the question and it was a great question. He's like, can I charge more than one person at the same time? I said, absolutely. You totally can. That's completely allowed. Just be mindful. Like anytime and we had him practice a little bit of like how to go through the process of charging someone. But I put it in his head and made sure they understood like you can absolutely charge more than one person at the same time. You need to be mindful. Like anytime you're going to make an accusation, you need to be ready to back it up. You need to be able to speak eloquently because the president of the mess is the one who gets to decide gets to decide their fate. But here's the catch. The president is allowed to fine you as well for baseless accusations. So if you decide you want to try and charge a bunch of people and it's a baseless accusation, guess what? You're going to be the one in trouble. So keep that in mind. So they got really excited. They definitely took to the course really well, and I think they're looking forward. They're gonna, we're gonna make it a good experience one way or the other. So they're looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. So I'm excited for it. So yeah, so that was kind of that. Those were kind of the 2 big things of the week for me.
Right on.
Awesome.
I've already filled up half a page with notes.
Gonna have to.
You're gonna have a good time with that one.
We might have to pare those down a little bit.
All right.
Pair
No worries.
Pair them just a pair.
Pair away.
Pair.
Just pair away.
Mm.
Yeah. Paraguay? Never been there.
I've seen it.
You seen Paraguay?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Didn't go there.
From the boat?
Yes.
Sweet.
But I saw it.
What part of the world is Paraguay? Is it Europe?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, we're getting the short answer from Alex tonight.
Indeed.
Okay.
All of my attention is focused on notes.
Well, do you want to share your week then?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was good. All right, what you got, Patrick?
Oh. Perfect.
No, it was
perfect. Well done.
It was an interesting week. So we were on days this week. So I've been working since last Saturday, not yesterday, but the day before. So I worked Saturday to Friday. And then I didn't really do much during the week. We took the kids out to see fireworks on Wednesday. We drove out to Clifton Park, and actually, I parked in front of Flipside, where I normally go and play cards on Friday nights. Understandably, they were closed.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, it is our nation's birthday.
it is. But
Yeah.
had the opportunity to walk down the block and end up in a giant park where they had a carnival set up for the kids. And you could buy tickets for the kids to ride rides. So we bought enough tickets for them each to ride 3 rides.
Oh, fun.
And I've got pictures I'll send you guys of the kids riding the slide, the giant slide. You sit in the potato sack and you go down. They got in the bounce house, and then there was this little train ride. And the train itself just rides around this tiny little track, right? The track is maybe like 10 feet in diameter, right? So it'll, go around and then come back the other side and keep going. Well, we put Caroline and Theo on, and then all these other people started getting in. And Theo is sitting facing backwards, and they put this girl that is, a little bit bigger than him, sitting in the car facing him. So Theo, being the ladies' man that he is leaned back up against the railing, like, yeah. And then every time he would come by, like he would come around, he would see Liz and I, and he would go, yeah.
Yeah. Look at me now.
Oh, it was great. He was
I
relaxing.
love it.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then the second time, because we went to the fireworks last night too. It just so happens that those were 2 blocks away from our house. So we were able to just walk around to the park, and the same carnival was set up 2 blocks away from our house. So the kids got to ride 3 rides again. Caroline got to go through the inflatable obstacle course. Theo went down the giant slide, and then they both rode the train, and they both got into the bounce house.
Love it.
And again, we got Theo on that train, and he sat there, back to the world, just yeah. Yeah, he's like the Fonz.
I love the 2 thumbs up. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so it's pretty great. But then today, we had a giant group of people from work. We rented out one of the pavilions, which was free, over at the MWR ball fields, and we went and cooked burgers and hot dogs and all sorts of stuff, and just got everybody together and had a grand old time hanging out as a crew. So we had the opportunity to just get to meet everybody. Liz and the kids got to come and meet all the other wives and kids, so that was kind of cool. She's got some new Facebook friends out of this. We got invited to a birthday party. So just good stuff. And then, gentlemen, today I ran.
What?
Yeah. I ran.
Listening for the
Waiting for the
thunder, the lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah. He actually looks.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Are you okay?
My chest hurts a little bit, but I'm all right.
I'm worried for you.
I appreciate it.
I'm proud of you. That's awesome. How far'd you go?
Across the ball field. Yeah. So,
Okay.
we were playing Ultimate Frisbee today, and
Nice.
your boy didn't get picked last.
Hey!
Because I still remember how to throw a frisbee.
Nice.
So it was 5-on-5. We were playing, chucking a frisbee back and forth. At the very beginning, we were just in this giant circle, and it was giving the coaches the opportunity to scout out who actually has some accuracy.
All right. Who can throw?
And I got picked pretty early. Then again, it's against a bunch of nukes, so athleticism kind of goes out the window.
We're gonna play a game with the nerds.
Yep. So I got an opportunity to do that, and it was interesting. We ended up winning, which is cool.
Nice. Yeah.
But I mean, it was so hot out there that quite literally, after we scored on the other team 5 times in a row, we just kind of stopped, and then said halftime, and then
Yeah.
we went and sat in the shade and drank Gatorade and whatever for like 20 minutes, and then we went back out and did it again. And enough people had bowed out that we just said, okay, yeah, let's move the teams around a little bit, and then we just kept playing. And one of the guys had brought his 11-year-old, and this kid's awesome. His name's Zach. And Zach was out there with us, running, having a grand old time, doing, all sorts of cool stuff with us. Well, Zach is 11, right? And all of us, we have gone through like major PT sessions in South Carolina, and we've gone through the hard stress test of boot camp and all this other stuff. And Zach's 11. Zach hasn't done that. So there was he was on his dad's team, and he was running in front of me, and his dad goes to throw it to him, so I'm like running this kid down, trying to make sure I can smack the frisbee down so that I can then take it and try and score with our team. And he dropped it because apparently me thundering behind him going freaked him out enough that he stops and looks, and then he immediately runs off the field. We're like, okay, whatever. His dad goes after him just to make sure he's okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we, I pick up the frisbee, I throw it, deep to my buddy Alex, and he catches it, and then he makes a short pass to somebody else that's there, and we score the final goal, and we're like, all right, we're done. And we go back over there to the pavilions, and Zach is standing on the edge of the pavilion, leaning his head over, and just losing all the lunch that he'd just eaten.
No.
Yeah, it was so hot. There, like, we all had Gatorade, we all had water, we all had access to all these other different things.
Sure.
But we'd also eaten a whole bunch.
Oh,
And
man.
yeah, so he
Okay.
yeah, it was. I mean, I kind of felt bad because I was the one that was chasing him down.
Sure.
But I mean, like,
You made him spew.
yeah, yeah.
First you make grown men cry, now you make
11-year-old spew.
throw,
I make-
throw up.
I make children spew. Yeah, and it's not just from walking
man.
into the room and them going. Huh, huh. It was something completely different. So I'll take that as a win.
Sure. Sure. You earned it.
Yeah.
Well done.
But yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
it was interesting. It was a good week. Had a good time with the kids. I'm going into a class that I have taken before next week, which is called BIT. It's Basic Instructor Techniques. It is a class that I had to go through the last time I was an instructor, and then a class that I taught as an instructor. So I know all the like stopping points, all the ask question things, and all that other fun jazz. I was telling Patrick about this earlier, but
Yeah.
Greg, imagine if you had to take a class again. Like, say you had to sit through corporal school, right? As somebody that's already been through it. You've already been through sergeant school. You've already been through staff sergeant academy. You've already done all that stuff. Imagine you had to do that again. Think of the best way that you would to constructively disrupt the class.
Everything just right, but probably slightly off.
No.
Oh, interesting.
My
Okay.
my plan is to answer the questions before they are asked.
Diabolical.
I'm going to start raising my hand when I know the question is coming up, and I'm going to answer his question before he asks it.
That's gotta be amazing.
So he has to start to think, what? Because I shouldn't have to go to this. I have done this
Yeah.
once before. I have taught
Right.
this another time. Why am I sitting through this class again when it's been waived for a whole bunch of other people? It makes no sense.
Exactly.
So I'm going to constructively disrupt the class.
Like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hope they just say, you know, Alex or Richmond, you can go now. Thank you.
Yep. Because they made a new requirement because the test at the end of the week
Oh man.
is open book, right? Which means
Right.
that all the answers are in the book and you have the book. So you can
Yeah.
take the test as quickly as you want to. I don't want to have to wait until Friday to take this test. I,
Uh-huh.
I've already done it. Why am I doing it again? Well,
Exactly.
because it's open book, you can't test out of it because everyone can test out of it. We need to make sure that you actually know and understand all of the things that are required for this class. Well,
Then
that's
give me
cool.
the test now. That's right.
I've done it. I've
Hmm.
taught it. Why am I doing it again?
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah. So,
Yes,
constructive
yeah.
disruption. It's going to happen.
Engage!
Mm-hmm.
Constructive.
I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I will definitely come back with. I'll text you guys tomorrow night, just so that
Please.
you get the Cliff Notes version.
I can't wait. That's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. That's awesome. Oh,
Patrick, is it raining there?
yes, it is. Can you tell?
Yeah, I can now.
Yeah. So I'm moving closer and closer, everything into the middle of this awning that I'm underneath right now. Because as soon as
That
I go
makes
into the camper, I lose all signal, and so I got to stay out here.
Hmm.
that
Is
feeling.
the rain too much? Can you hear it?
No, no, not at all.
No.
I
Sweet.
saw the in the background, like it went
Oh
from
yeah.
kind of clear, like you can see that
Oh
it
yeah.
came in.
It's a hot mess. So that's okay though. I'm undercover, and I'm thankful for it, and I'm thankful to be here. So, ta-da!
Love it.
So, um, thanks, Alex. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Um, my week has been pretty easy. We went into work Monday and Tuesday, got some stuff done, and Wednesday. Was Wednesday the 4th?
Wednesday was the 4th.
Wednesday was the
Never mind
fourth.
then. We only did Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, we got some things done at the house, which was awesome. Went around town a little bit, but we really were just preparing for this weekend. So this is our first day at the campsite. We're at Camp or Lake Hartwell, up in northeast Georgia. This lake shares
A border with South Carolina.
Georgia, exactly, and
Yeah.
South Carolina, and it's quality. It really is a nice lake. It's huge though, and so we'll see how much I can fish out of it. But while at the house, Carrie and I have been watching Madam Secretary. Boys, have you seen that show yet?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not
So
yet.
it's smart like West Wing, but there's enough action in it that you go, ooh, dadgummit, I got to watch the next one. And so we'll promise ourselves we're going to watch one episode, and we watch 5. So
Oops.
so it's a fun run. We're almost through season 1, which is exciting, and yeah, it's been good. But I've also been reading some books on leadership and coming alongside the folks that are following after you. One of them is Humble Hungry Hustle H3. That one's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 others that I'm drawing a blank on right now. But my notes are full of like what I'm pulling from this thing. But tonight I get to ask the question, and my
Yeah.
question comes from one of these books. So, gentlemen, we're gonna ask a hard one, and I hope you're ready for it.
Always
But
ready.
this is from my heart to yours, and I hope from your heart to each other. But in regard to a relationship, so our relationship is what it is because not just because we grew up in the same household,
Mm-hmm.
but because we have maintained, we have chosen to invest in our relationship. Would you agree on that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've invested, we've chosen to invest, we were intentional about our relationship as brothers. And so this set of questions, there's 3 of them, but I'm only going to ask one of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
In regard to our relationship, how can I, or how can Greg to Alex, or Alex to Greg and me, whatever, how, and I want you to answer for us, how can I love you this week? How can I, in our relationship, how can I love you this week?
Okay.
So I've been able to think about this question a little bit, so I can already give you mine. Okay. So, gentlemen, the way you can love me more this week, is by, with the intentionality that we have with our relationship, that we do more than just check in on each other before we meet up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I
Oh.
might have some thunder.
I saw that one.
So instead of just like, hey, boys, we're meeting tomorrow night. Are we still on? That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, let's say twice this week, just a text or a quick phone call or whatever. That would mean the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that to me would show your intentional love to me, and I would love you more. So there you go.
But I did call you this week.
Next. You did. You talked to me while I was here. That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for a life jacket for our dog so we could go out in this lake.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Greg, how can we love you more this week?
I mean, staying in contact is always important. I mean, the fact
Right.
that I'm literally on the other side of the world right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in Groundhog Day always. So like, that one was actually that was really good.
Thanks.
That sounded like a horn. See, Patrick sounded genuinely like a horn.
I wanted to share.
No thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
What was that? 2 on the nose?
Wasn't that? Yeah, there you go. You got to eat it.
Yep.
Oh no.
You got to make
It's
the arm.
already
Oh
tasted.
no.
You got to make the arm.
I-
You got to make the arm.
Brother, I'm already tasting it.
Oh,
I made bad decisions.
That's right.
oh, that's terrible.
That's awesome.
You know. Um, it's anything you can do. So I guess the way I'd put it is anything you can do to break up, because my schedule is very. I do the same thing every day. You know,
Right.
it's usually get up, go to work, eat, go to the gym, go home, run, shower, bed. Like almost every day, that schedule doesn't really change. So it gets monotonous.
Mm.
So breaking that up a little bit, definitely, if you can find a way to break that up, I'd say if you could send me something, if you find something like, oh man, Greg would like that, that'd be cool. The only problem is I'm not going to see it for like a month.
Oh,
So
because of the internet?
no, because well, texting me works perfectly. Physically
Oh, okay,
stuff.
cool.
If you send me anything physically like that, that won't happen. But yeah, texting me, Patrick. That getting that message from you about that game, I haven't downloaded it yet.
I did.
Yeah.
But I'm
Uh-oh.
probably going to, and it's
It's
gonna
dangerous.
suck up. It's gonna suck up my internet.
Well,
Uh-huh.
Uh,
so you only get 3 tickets a day, so it's really only
Right.
worth it playing 3 times, unless you
Right.
save up your coins and buy more tickets.
well,
It's fun, though.
that would be perfect. Then that will keep me from getting pulled down the rabbit hole. Like it's cool.
Yeah.
But
Laser
no, like
show.
messages, and you find something cool on the internet or something like that. I I I love that because it gives me something else to look.
No, thank
Have
you,
no
Chuck Norris.
Oh, it actually it popped up. It works
Yeah.
on your. Oh, because you're on your iPhone.
I'm on my phone.
See, fancy
Didn't work.
pants and your
Yeah.
Apple products.
My Apple products. Apple.
No,
Now,
it's sending. Yeah, just send me messages.
sending you stuff. Keeping you in the loop. Got it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Mine's going to be oddly specific.
Okay.
Very oddly specific. So you guys know those motivational posters that they have on walls, right? You know, with like the kitten
Yeah.
that's like hanging on the tree branch that it says
Uh-huh.
"Hang in there."
Hang in there.
The way that you guys can show me that you love me is find cat memes.
Cat
Say no
memes.
more.
Cat memes, right?
Done.
They should be, easily readily available. I'm gonna need some motivation this week because I'm gonna be stuck in this class, right? They are taking a day away from my 4-day because I have to show up on Friday to take this exam. When I could have, slept in on Friday, I could have gone and done something with the kids on Friday. I could have done anything else.
Right.
But instead, I have to drive into work in an extra day that everyone else on my crew doesn't have to drive into to take an exam that is open book for a class that I have done twice now. Once sitting through, once taught. So, I need some motivation. And what better motivation is there than cat memes?
From the motivator himself. You got it.
Dog memes will also be accepted. So if you find like really funny dachshund ones that are like, oh, Weiner dog says, yeah, I'm okay with that as well.
Okay.
But cat memes.
Noted. It's coming.
Yeah.
You want them in the chat, or do you want them just to you?
Oh, no. Put them in the chat, because Greg can always use some extra motivation as well.
Okay.
I'll take it in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sweet.
Because
cat modes coming. I like it.
Yeah. That was a good question, Patrick.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Real quick, I got the pictures to the group chat from Liz. Liz, I don't know if you looked at the last photo, but the carnie in the background that's running the train.
Oh, I gotta look now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to check that one out.
Oh, is he throwing hobo signs?
No, he just looks like a carnie.
Oh, he is. He is.
I am so done with this.
The first time we got them on that train out in Clifton Park, he had stuck so many kids on there, and there was so much weight that it would come around the corner, and the train would derail. So he would have to like stop. He would go over there and pick up the front of the train to try and like walk it back onto the track. And then he would go back to his seat and he'd hit the button to start it again. But the second time, when we saw him on Saturday, he was wearing like all Steelers gear. So that's my man right there.
All right.
I refer to him as Jimbo.
In upstate New York. Let's go.
Seems like a carnie
yeah.
name to me.
Jimbo?
There weren't.
Jimbo.
Liz says there weren't 10 teeth between them.
Oh.
Oh yeah, the old lady outside the bounce house. Oh dear lord. Yeah.
Wow.
Good old upstate.
Wow. Wow. All right, boys. I think we got time for 2 dad jokes tonight. 2 apiece. 2. Hear me?
Ooh, okay.
Two. All right, I got my
2.
first one.
Okay. Go for it.
What do you call a cold puppy?
A chili
A
dog.
cold puppy? A chili dog.
A chili dog.
Mm.
From our pop, where do bad rainbows go?
They
To
go.
prism.
They go to prism.
It's a light sentence, but it gives them time to reflect.
Why do chicken coops have 2 doors?
Otherwise it'd be a sedan.
'Cause if they had 4 doors, it'd be a chicken sedan.
Chicken sedan.
And then if you throw in some curry, it's chicken Sudan.
Ooh, that one had a part 2. I like it.
I made up the part 2.
Oh, I like it. That's good.
Well done. So I just got kicked out of a secret cooking society.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I spilled the beans.
And most bald people still own a comb. They just can't part with it. No. Oh.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
it.
I'm with you. I got my hair cut today, and I saw the more receding hairline, and I just went,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's real, boys. It's
Yeah.
real.
yeah. And finally, why can't why don't dinosaurs talk?
Because they're dead.
Because they're dead.
Oh.
Poor dinosaurs.
Oh, poor
Mm.
dinosaurs. Ladies and gentlemen, this does it for our episode 164 of Brothers in Arms Podcast. We thank you so much for hanging out with us on twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms Podcast. You can also find where our podcasts are distributed everywhere on all the different platforms. I love how we still have people who are using it in order to listen to our podcast, which is pretty sweet. So our website shows that too. It's pretty neat. You can also find this video of our podcast on YouTube. The channel is Brothers in Arms Podcast. That's all one word.
All one word.
And finally, if you'd like to see when we go out live, Tweeter. We
Tweeter.
we send out a tweet on Twitter, on the X platform, and that's at your BIA podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's us. That's our podcast for this week. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, gentlemen. Any parting remarks before Alex hits that magic button?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. As always, continue to drink your water, take your Motrin, and change your socks. Otherwise, you will be a heat casualty.
Oh, silver bullet.
No, you just end up throwing up next to the pavilion.
Oh,
You
gross.
Throw up next to the pavilion.
Ew.
There was watermelon chunks.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, he needs
Oh.
to chew his food better.
That makes my belly hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mine too.
oh. Alex?
Oh, it's me.
Oh, was that it?
No,
Chew your food up?
no. Well, I mean, you should chew your food up, right?
That's right.
Because if other people get to see it, it's a mush and it's not chunks.
Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and take your furlough. It's yours. Take it, even if it's 6 hours where you get to get off base for a minute or two. Take your stinking furlough.
And
Get
have a
up,
beer.
get out, take care if you can,
If you can.
if that is your purview,
Yes.
exactly. But take care of your mind, take care of your heart, take care of your body,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can take care of others. All right, love you guys.
Love you too, brother.
Always enjoy hanging out with you,
Yeah.
even in the rain. And glad we can make this happen. Next Sunday, we on for next Sunday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm on campus now. This is our last furlough until August. So
Okay.
here we go.
Right on.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Okay, we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 You guys are awesome.
Meow.
You really are. You're awesome.
There's a cat.
There's a cat.
in here.
I got a dog. Hold on. Let me see if I can't put
Hey,
this. Hold on.
you dead?
There be. Oh, she's got her own little like space in there. Is she just looking through?
Oh,
the
yeah.
window?
Boy.
She's been there the whole time.
Just hanging out.
Like, Dad, I want to run in the rain.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah. No, she do not, because she stays in there with us at night, and I ain't having a wet stanky dog. Nope,
But
ain't having. All right. Love you.
Love you.
me too.
Bye.
Bye.
No hands.